إن الذين قالوا ربنا الله ثم استقاموا تتنزل عليهم الملائكة ألا تخافوا ولا تحزنوا وأبشروا بالجنة.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين والعاقبة المتقين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. It is from the sound aqidah of every Muslim to acknowledge that there is the existence of two camps, that being the camp of Islam and the camp of the kuffar, and respectively that distinguishes us from being Muslims and non-Muslims. The distinguishing of the two camps have existed for a very long time, from the time of Adam alayhi salam and Iblis la'natullah alayhi. Out of the arrogance and disbelief, he declared mankind as a sworn enemy and made an oath to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that he would resort to any means necessary in order to misguide us away from the sabil of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And from his various tactics he has deployed by himself and his alliance from the insan, they have resorted to subjugating the believers to enduring imprisonment. Throughout history we can see great people who have experienced trials and tribulations through incarceration, like the Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam, also Prophet Yunus alayhi salam when he was in the belly of the fish as means for him to be put to trial. We have seen in the past how great personalities from the likes of Imam Abu Hanifa, Imam Malik, Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal, not forgetting Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah and his students, most notably Shaykh al-Islam ibn Qayyim al-Jawziyah, were also put to trial through incarceration. So for those who are experiencing similar tribulations, do not grieve or feel that you have done something which is completely alien to Islam. Rather, you are upon the path of those who have preceded us. It has come to our attention that one Muslim sister in Europe by the name of Sayfullah al-Ansariyya has experienced a similar fate to our predecessors, in which she was incarcerated. During that time she experienced various forms of humiliation and degradation at the hands of the disbelieving government of Germany. Also, it has come to light that she was recently raided and where she had many of her personal belongings confiscated away from her. This is a direct act of war and aggression from the German government, and things need to be reconsidered in terms of the position of the German government in their crusade against Islam and Muslims. What crime did she commit to experience such humiliation and to experience a life of imprisonment after coming out of prison itself? This is not a person who is free, rather this is a person who has been enslaved by the Western regimes. As such events unfold, the obvious questions must be asked, like where are the Muslims during these hard times where she is experiencing? Where are the men and women to offer their help and assistance? Where are your Muslims of Germany? Why are you not coming out in defense of your Muslim sister? Is she not different from your own mother? Is she different from your own wives? Is she different from your daughters? Is she not your sister in Islam? Is she not your daughter? So why has she been abandoned? Even though fully well you know that her husband too is in prison at this moment of time. This is a time where she needs the Ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam with her, in support of her. Not that she can be abandoned and allow the kuffar to mistreat her in whichever way they like. In her letter she also mentioned the abuse that she faced as a Muslimah in the prisons of the German government, how she was verbally abused, how she had a hijab ripped off her, and other unmentionable disgusting things which obviously I'm sure you all too are aware of. By Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you will be held accountable for your silence on Yawm al-Qiyamah. that you abandoned your fellow Muslim sister in a moment of need. So think again in regards to your positions on Muslims of Germany. Also addressing to the Muslims of the world, whoever is watching this, know that you are not free from her ill treatment that she is suffering from at the hands of the kuffar. Also to the German government, it is widely accepted from the people of sound knowledge that a sign of a nation's end is when they replace justice with injustice. Do not be a nation that leans towards injustice. Take a positive stance on this. Oppressing a Muslim, not just any Muslim, but a Muslim woman, for whom in the past an entire brigade of armies was launched just to free one Muslim woman. And this is the very same Muslim woman whom regards to Muslimah of yesterday. You are oppressing a Muslim, and this is an action that will only lead to nothing but the wrath of Allah. And there is no hiding from the torment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which if Allah was to decree upon His creations, no one or nothing can hide from such awful decree of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Look to the nations of the past and how they reacted towards the prophets and the believers, and how they had to face the evil end. So with this, I leave you, the Muslims of Germany and the Muslim government, to think about your position and to think about your treatment of Muslims. If there's any goodness, it's from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If there's any mistakes, it's from me. وَالْآخِرُ الدَّعْوَةُ عَنِ الْحَمْدُ لِلَّهِ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. جزاك الله خير. السلام عليكم.